Yep. Got to improve that ambiance.
We can go. Right, so
Yep.
who wants to get the airdrop? Who wants to go scavenging for codes? So I imagine that's the two things we want to do right now. And then maybe later in the day, start gathering some wood.
Yeah, I'm going to grab... Well, my axe is gone, unfortunately, but I can make better stone axes on the way.
Yeah.
Do you have stones on you right now?
I do, yeah.
Okay, can you
Yeah.
drop some? I'm going to make some better stone axes
There you go.
before we head out. That way we're both better equipped.
Yeah.
Ah, damn, I need some plant fibers. Alright. I'm just going to quickly go grab
I have some plant fibers. We've got 10 though, so not many.
That's fine, I can just quickly grab some from that.
Right, so what should I do? Go for the airdrop first? Run out for that?
Do you prefer to scavenge?
I enjoy scavenging, but I'm happy to run.
Okay, well, you're more than welcome to go for either one then, in that case.
I might be able to scavenge on the way, you never know. What?
Before you leave, though, let me make you a better stone axe, so that you've got a better tool for any of the work that you're going to be doing.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'll scrap
What
that
level is it? Level 3? Level 2?
Yeah.
Level 3?
Yeah, it's a level 3.
It's better than what I have at the moment. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to give it to you, because it's got higher durability. The higher the level of the tool, the more durability it's going to have. Do you have a gun with you, and have you emptied your inventory of things you don't need?
Yes and yes.
Excellent. Okay, well, I'm going to drop off the things I don't need.
Whether the gun is loaded.
Be aware that you have given me all of your stones, though, so
no, I haven't.
Need to... Oh, well, okay.
I gave you half my stones.
Oh, right, okay. Well, very well done, then. Be sure to grab some more if you can, though.
Yeah, I'll grab some more.
Lumberjacks around. Right, okay, so I'm going to start grabbing things. I should have given you the looter's goggles so that you have a better chance of getting good things out of that airdrop, but it shouldn't make that much of a difference. There's only one level of lucky looter's worth. Now, this is day 5. We've got until the night of day 7. So effectively, we've got
all day
2 full days and 2 full nights.
And all day next.
And then an extra day. So 3 days, 2 nights. To get everything done. I'll plant the trees as I go. There we go. Now, there was a box that I saw over yonder that may be worth me grabbing. In this, there was a point of interest that had a loot box. I couldn't quite tell what kind of loot box it was, so I'm going to go over and just have a check. There we go. And again, please. And once more. My stamina is now sufficiently low. That was quite risky trying to take on that lumberjack.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, you get so cold.
Yeah, and a couple of hits with your power attacks will drain your stamina like nobody's business.
I'm not using too much in the way of... Okay, shotgun, cornmeal, and loads of cans of food.
Oh, okay. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's particularly awesome, in fact. That'll be very useful for us. I need to make some more arrows.
Okay, so there's a house right nearby that I could like quickly scavenge as well.
Yeah, by all means. I'm going to do a little bit of mining. Try and pull this rock apart with what remains of my pick. We're going to want to have a horde base that's made out of cobbled brick, if we can.
Yeah.
It is possible that we'll miss the first horde night. Partially because we're trying to do this in a cold environment, so that's slowing everything down when we don't have particularly good insulation. I'm starting to regret the choice not to get the point of insulation with my skill point now. But it will be possible that we won't finish the horde base. And in that case, it may actually be worth our time trying to just deal with the horde out in the open, just running around, or hopping between buildings that we've previously cleared in the city. So there are different options you can go for. And some people quite enjoy the challenge of dealing with a horde base out in the open. personally, I enjoy the challenge of trying to get a horde base up and running before the horde. I think that's actually quite fun in and of itself. Let's have a look over here then. Now I'm carrying a torch, which means I'm lit up pretty well. So sneaking up on things going to be hard unless they're already asleep. Like this one here. So again, a headshot here is going to be awkward. We'll try. Yep, missed. I hit the wall instead. Hello. Don't really want to be stood there. That'll do. I shot you in the arm so hard I took your arm off. Now that is some pro level archery. They're probably going to be quite a few
Run
zombies
away.
around here too there. Ouch. Like that. Bloody vulture. I will kill you with this if I have to. And I need to slow my bleeding. Killing things with a torch, not the smartest move. Simply because if you set it on fire, it's now a flaming vulture while it's attacking you. Which, as you can imagine, not really helping your situation.
Yeah, I'm coming back because each individual can of food took up a slot in my inventory, and they're all different ones from that
Oh, they're
drop.
all different ones.
Yeah,
That's
so I'd be better off coming back and then...
That's quite unfortunate, actually.
Because I'm cold and over encumbered, which doesn't help.
2 zombies here that I can see. Looks like a tool chest, which may have iron tools in it, which would be ideal for us. I take you out. I got a sneak attack bonus, but I didn't kill.
Starting to wonder if I can die of cold.
I'm not sure you can. But I think
just the effect of it will probably mean you end up dead.
Yeah, I think you'll die from the secondary effect.
Oh, I leveled up from running. You know what I'm going to put my point into?
Cardio.
No. Insulation.
Oh, insulation, of course, yeah. You must be getting quite close then, because you may have picked up some EXP from that kill I just made.
Nice, so I've got 5 insulation off that skill.
There you go.
That's going to help even when I do have a coat.
There's a vulture right there. It has not been alerted to my presence. It never will be. Any other vultures? But they're so hard to spot sometimes. It can be genuinely quite hard to locate enemies when they're in sleeper mode, which means that they've basically gone completely dormant. Yeah, that'll do. I am really freezing. Oh my lord! And there's still quite a lot to this area to discover.
Yeah, I ran past a load of boars and stuff, but they were surrounded by zombies, and I was just like, nah. I think sometimes it's just better to get out of dodge.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Boars are not too difficult to kill in this game, surprisingly. Because in real life they're terrifyingly dangerous. However, you can sometimes get caught off guard by them. They're not an easy kill. They're just not nearly as dangerous as their real life counterparts are in a hunting situation. I mean, obviously, if you've got a gun, it's a bit different. Nope. Scallywag. Take that.
I saw you killing the vulture there.
Thank you.
I'm just on my way past. You seem to have it all under control, though.
Really suffering from the cold, though. But I just got a skill point, so yes, this time I am going to be putting it into well.
Yeah, I'm really suffering from the cold, but I think I can only really afford to put 1 skill point into that.
Yeah. Again, we've got a little tile here that is probably hiding something else that we can loot. No, not really. There's some trash.
Dump all my stuff in, and I'm going to go out and loot and see if I can find us any cool stuff.
Okay. I'm going to be spending my time either gathering rocks, warming myself up, or laying down foundations. Oh, we got 29 rebar frame. That was not a bad haul. Rebar frame is good because it's a metal construction material. So the way that the game works in terms of its model of structural integrity is, if generally speaking, if something's made of metal, no matter how flimsy it would otherwise be, a I don't think there are any solid blocks of metal in the game that you can build with, but they would have the same kind of structural integrity as rebar. It's just a wire mesh. Well, I mean, it's particularly thick wire, let's be honest, but still, it's perhaps a little bit counterintuitive, let's say. Generally speaking, things made of wood can support a certain amount of mass. Things made of metal can support a certain amount of mass.
Yeah.
All the way up to concrete and the likes. Now, all of these things have a certain weight and mass themselves, so if your central part of your structure is metal, it can support a lot of wooden components. But if you're making the rest of the structure out of metal, then it's going to support far less of them because, there's a certain amount of weight to that.
You can make like quite a massive platform on a metal
I found a wrench.
pole. Good job.
That is going to be huge. As you're scavenging, it'll probably be better off in your hands than mine, though.
Okay, I'm going to be just quickly making a box because I ran out of places to put all the stuff away. So I'm going to make another one.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's not a problem. I'm heading back to base now, and I am finding that I am generally not suffering from heat anymore, which is great.
Yeah, it's just the cold that's a bit of a pain at the moment then.
Well, no. Like, as in a lack of heat as well. I'm not suffering due to temperature anymore. Seems that the amount of insulation I've got is now sufficient to keep me going. I do have a bit more insulating material than you do, though.
Yeah.
So that would make sense if there's a big difference
Put the
between us.
shotgun away because I don't need that and its components.
Could you make sure it's unlocked?
Yeah, give me just a second. I'm in there at the moment.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll drop off items in the other chest if there's any
Thank you
room
for reminding
it.
me. Yeah, maybe we'll need to label them and
Yeah, we're getting to the
That's
point now
something.
where we're going to start wanting to have
Proper organisation.
very specific, yeah. But for now, it doesn't seem too bad.
Right, I'm gonna go find a building and start scavenging. Oh, you was gonna give me the wrench, weren't you? Sorry.
Yep.
I'll come back for that.
I'll drop the wrench off. Some other bits and bobs in there as well. Rebar included. And the pickaxe. Okay. Yeah, there's everything for you. Let's have a look.
Wonderful.
Am I hungry or thirsty? I'm hungry. So, bacon eggs it is. Chomp. Use more calories while cold than you do while warm.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to
That's okay. It's alright, it didn't actually hurt me.
shut that in your face. Still, it's a bit rude, right?
That is true.
Shutting doors in people's faces.
Right, it's coming up to 9 AM. We got quite a lot of the day to do work. So I'm going to go ahead and probably lay out just a very basic wooden structure to act as a frame around which I will build cobblestone cladding later on. Initially, I'll be aiming to just get a defensible structure. But eventually, as with anything I build, be prepared for me to invest increasing amounts of time in prettifying it. If anyone watching this is the sort of person who's gonna get slowly their brain will start bleeding watching me wasting precious hours building crenellations and finding the perfect place to stick a torch in the wall, I apologize for the pain that you're going to endure because it's not going to change. But I do feel sorry. I deeply sympathize with you. Sheila may be amongst you. I'm not sure. I haven't thoroughly tested her limits for my beautification, but for the most part, I think she manages.
I'm fine, as long as the stuff gets done.
This is why we work together well as a team.
Yeah. I found some like lumberjack yard, so that's clearly going to be full of lumberjacks.
I should imagine so, yeah. And if anyone is wondering why I'm spending time just gathering rocks right now, is because I am going to need a lot of cobble. I forget exactly what is required to make cobble, though. I think it's dirt and... oh, clay soil and small stone. So I'm going to need to use my shovel to gather a lot of soil before night falls as well. That's going to be something I can use my time quite actively. Well, not so much active. But it'll be a good use of time at night to have my crafting inventory just dedicated to making cobblestone. Because it takes quite a lot of time. That being said, we have access to a workbench, so we can just set the workbench going. The downside is the workbench, as I was mentioning previously, the heat map. When we discuss heat, it's not just actual temperature. A fire is producing heat, yes. But the heat map is also sensitive to sound, to sight, and used to be sensitive to smell, though that has been disabled. That may be one of the things that gets re-enabled in Alpha 18. I'm actually really hopeful for it. It used to be a case that if you walked around with meat in your inventory, you were much more attractive to zombies. They could find you based on your smell. If you had rotten meat, that even more so. How you doing, Sheila?
Just cleaning out a garage that had like 4 zombies in it and pretty much going to have no loot, but never mind.
Still, the zombies themselves are levels, and levels are...
yeah, that's right.
Zombies
are levels.
I'm getting some EXP. Oh, yeah, of course I am. You're within 160 odd meters. Be sure if you spot any farms to gather whatever, because I can turn them.
Try to, yeah.
I am thirsty.
Got some seeds out of a rubbish bag there, so that's pretty good.
Nice. Immediately scrap that into iron. I should probably make another iron reinforced club, actually. Thinking on it. Yeah, I could do. Because it will be a higher tier club. The next time you drop back to the base, let me know, and
okay.
I'll make you a better club. It won't be enormously better, but it'll be enough of an upgrade to make it worth it. Because weapons, unlike tools, which only really have increased durability, I mean, it's not entirely true. A very high level tool will break blocks faster or will perform its function faster, but it's not quite as noticeable as the damage upgrade that you might get from a high level weapon. I believe. Let's have a look at the two side by side. So this one,
I have like 3 lumberjacks coming at me, and I've got a stone bow and arrow.
Actually, I was quite incorrect there. I do apologize, everyone. The weapons tier, it used to work differently, but it shows how much I've played now. But it does seem that the tier of the weapon only affects how many mods you can add. But considering each mod increases the potential of the weapon to do more damage or to increase its function in some capacity, because some mods don't just increase damage, they might increase, they might make it so that a weapon can remove the radiated effect of zombies, which is quite important. And some things like that. Some mods are very specialist, they add new features to a weapon, they don't just increase the features that already exist. Having fun over there, Sheila?
Yeah, I've got one left to go.
One more house or one more zombie?
Lumberjack.
Ah.
Like I said, you were chatting away at the time, but I said I'm trying to fight 3 lumberjacks with a stone bow and arrow.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. I heard you saying something, and then I was rambling away. I do apologize.
As I was like, I'm not really listening to you because zombies.
It's completely fair. Alright, once I've got this tree down, I should have enough wood, I would say, to be able to do a fair bit of work.
Oh, I need to make more arrows.
I wonder if I can pop this torch down on the floor to keep me warm. Yes, I can. It looks a bit silly to do it, but I totally can. That said, I could also place down a couple of wooden frames and then attach the torch to the wooden frames. I think it's much the same effect. Let me know if you need me to prep some more meals as well.
Will do. I said I was hungry, but I think I have some stuff on me. Whoop.
Take care now.
Something heard me.
Now, I don't think that EXP from harvesting is shared in the same way that EXP from kills are, which is a bit unfortunate. So if someone who's doing a lot of harvesting, they will probably outpace someone who's only doing killing, at least if they're in proximity.
I hate it when they get really, like, swayy. And it's really hard to get a headshot on them then.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this lumberjack already knew I was here. I mean, rather obviously, but...
Shoulder shots. Oops. No. Headshots.
Oh, I missed 2. That was awful.
Get away. There we are.
Well, there are some other houses around here. I'm starting to get an idea of a nice little area to build our base, I think. Maybe this little flat area here. So, to that end, let's pop a campfire down in the middle.
Well, I guess the nice thing about them hearing me all the time is that they're all coming out of the house, so it'll be easier to kill them if they're drawn out of the house. It's pretty much Lumberjack Central.
That'll keep me warm. Snowberries can be useful. You can survive off them in a pinch, but they are toxic. The way this game represents that is you can eat a certain amount. Like, you will be able to keep yourself alive off them if you just eat them only when you need to, and then wait until you need to
you
eat
gotta be
again before
really
you eat
careful.
more.
Yeah.
You can basically hold yourself at the bare minimal of satiety of snowberries. But if you try to guzzle down enough to get anywhere realistic with your hunger, you will eat it enough that the toxicity will build up enough in your system that you'll start to suffer the
Oh no.
What's wrong?
A zombie was after me and I jumped out of a window to try and avoid it. I was just getting... It was actually outside. I was just getting... Oh no, it was inside. Paranoid about it. But I jumped out of a window and then I was like, oh no, I'm going to break my leg. But then I didn't break my leg.
Okay.
Like my story.
Back at
that was
house.
a good story, wasn't it?
I thought it was quite a good story.
Yeah, that was a good story.
There are splints at the house now, though, so you should be good. Quite a few snowy buildings over here, actually. Probably find a decent amount of random loots in them.
Mm. Yeah, if I can clear these buildings out, I might be able to find something good, but... Haha, you have no arm now. Haha. Shoulder shot for the win.
That actually does matter. If they have no arms, they can't strike you. If you take off their legs, they can't do anything but crawl. If you've taken their legs and their arms off, they basically can't move. Then they're your pet.
Ah, there's a vulture on me! Get off me!
How is your health? You alright?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll make some frames.
Hungry. I'm starving, apparently. Oh, I'm gonna need to come back. That sucks.
Oh, come on back. It'll be faster when you get back out there.
Yeah.
I would like to make a little 5x5 area to start with. Now, the reason why I'm laying down these blocks completely first is that... Oh, I'm out of stamina now. That's not good. And I'm actually starving. Is it'll flatten the ground. It'll force the ground to conform. And that does matter.
Yeah. That ground really helps.
It's going to be in the brain. There we go. And level 10. Fantastic. You know what that means?
Forges.
Hammer and forge.
Forges.
Yep. There we go. Hammer and forge unlocked. Now let's flatten this out. I'm not going to replace the floor right now. That is not a priority. But getting the floor flat is...
Luckily I didn't run far. I would be
I'm
in
gonna have to
serious
come
trouble.
back.
I'm starving. It's not good.
I think I'm hungry rather than starving.
I don't know how long it takes before starving turns into dead.
I'm not actually sure. This game is a survival game, so it does matter.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how long you have. It's a common gripe that I have with survival games, that they are comically... they comically underestimate just how long a human can go without food.
Yeah, they do.
Before, to be honest, any ill effects start happening, much less serious ill effects, like atrophying muscles and the like. There we go. Right, that's the very beginning of our base. Right, I'm coming back over now, and I will pop some food in the fireplace.
Lovely.
There should be a decent amount of food just around.
There's loads of like cans and stuff that I can eat. Like I had a can of stock and a couple of bits of roasted meat and stuff. Not roasted.
I may be able to turn those into better meals.
Yeah, I only used one because I was like, I know you probably will say that.
Well, the main concern is not actually any potential waste. It's that they will generally have some degree of food poisoning associated with them.
Ah, right. I didn't get
Some
food poisoning, so that
for
was fine.
Drop the snowberries. I can't put them in there.
I dropped the bits I did get. I didn't get much. I've killed a lot of the zombies out of there, though, so it's going to be hopefully helpful in getting back in there.
I'm going to hide a little chest in the chimney. No, I'm not. That would be silly. I'm tempted to. I'm not going to lie.
Chest.
Super tempted. I am going to rotate this, however, on the face.
Okay, I'm going to head back.
Give me just a second.
Food?
Do you have food?
Have
you managed to eat?
Was I ate, but I'm just checking how much food I actually ended up with. Why do I see that?
Take a scope with you as well before you go.
Food 52. No, that's not enough.
That is nowhere near
just in case I jump out of a window. Okay.
Well, yeah, you may as well. You may as well have that with you just in case.
Yeah. So are you cooking food at the moment?
I am going to, yeah.
I was gonna say the fire's out. Do you want me to pop it on?
Yeah, by all means.
Can I take this grilled meat?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, you absolutely can. As long as you are fed, I will stop worrying. There's one boiled meat there. I'm gonna eat that myself. I do not believe I got the tin back. I did not. I'm going to take one of the red teas. You want me to make you a red tea before you go?
I'm okay, because red tea, doesn't it keep you cool?
No. I don't.
No, not anymore. I think that might change then.
Let me just have a quick look at what else I can make. I can make a boiled egg if you'd like.
My food seems to be going up quite nicely now, so I think I should be good.
Also got some cornmeal too. I can make some cornbread. I'll set 2 of them to make.
Yeah, because then when I come back, because it's not far away, so I'm just going to go and check it out again, and because I've cleared a lot of the zombies away.
Yeah.
So I'd like to actually go and get the loot from the house that I spent all that time
yeah. No,
clearing the zombies from.
Yeah, completely.
See what I've got there?
On that one. Want to get a farm up and running reasonably soon. It takes about 3-4 days, or somewhere around there. Might even be 6 at this point, for a farm to produce a harvest. And again, it's going to take us a little while before we can actually make any good use of that. I'll take the food poisoning chance. But overall, starting it early is just the smarter move. Getting that rolling sooner rather than later is always going to be better for you. Did I make you a better club? I did not.
You didn't make me a better club, just a better axe.
It shouldn't be a... Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue. I'll make you a better club next time we stop to do a little bit of inventory management and the like. Right,
There's a number on this house. We found another wrench, so we've got 2 now.
To make the forge, I need a bellows, I need clay soil, I need small stones, I've got plenty of those. I need a short iron pipe. Fairly certain we should have the short iron pipe somewhere. Yes, 1 short iron pipe. I believe I'm going to need more for the bellows, though. I have enough to make a bellows. One leather away. Why? Okay, we need 1 more leather to make the bellows, and that is going to be a high priority. There may actually be.
Where do we get leather from? Just from breaking down clothes and stuff?
Leather couches. You can totally get them from that. So while you're looting houses, keep a mind.
If I see any, I will.
That.
Yeah. There's a gun safe there, but I'm going to come back for it, I think.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Because if we can get that up and running, then that is going to be amazing for us. You can also get it from cars if you break them down. You'll often get leather. The cars at the different points of repair. If the car is in a good state of repair, then you can probably get a decent amount of items out of that.
Me whacking the gun safe attracted more lumberjacks, so
yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
They were like, "What is that noise? Oh ho ho ho! Tasty human."
Is that how they talk?
Yeah, that's how a lumberjack talks. Have you never heard one?
No, I clearly have not been.
You've not been hanging out with them like me.
Yeah, hanging around with the lumberjacks. Unlike Sheila.
They're like my best buds now.
I see.
They totally don't care that there's arrows sticking out of their faces.
Well, they don't actually seem to mind, to be fair.
No.
Now, initially, as I mentioned, this is going to be a very basic little structure. It's more of a framework, so I know where to build up the rest of it. But I do want to make it so that we could spend a night in here if we wanted to. And in fact, we should start relocating here if we're able to. There we go. Because eventually we'll want to mine underneath the base, so on and so forth. So there'll be plenty for us to do at night from this location, which is going to be pretty important, actually. Also, I need to place these. I need to replant the trees I've been chopping down. Probably want to go out of fair ways from the house itself, because the zombies, if they're attracted to something, will just walk through things in order to get there. In some instances, and if they walk through a tree, they will wail on that tree, but they're not harvesting it. They're just destroying the wood. So if you've spent time cultivating a forest, that is kind of annoying. You can 100% be super regimented in the placement of the trees. I don't like to. I prefer the trees to have a more.
You like to be natural with your trees.
Yeah, I like it to be a bit more of an organic look to the trees.
I like the fact I'm getting so many of my arrows back, though. I'm not having to make half so many.
Yeah, it's very useful.
Makes me feel more like happy to use arrows for things. I feel like I'm wasting my arrows all the time.
Oh, damn it.
I am thirsty.
There we go. Vultures. Still close enough to get their attention, it seems. Annoying, though.
That is annoying, yeah. I think we were hoping that we were far enough away that they wouldn't be so much of a bother. Well, they're not as much of a bother. We're not getting like 4 million of them at a time.
No, it's true. And that one did, in fact, alert me to the presence of a lumberjack. So I guess, you know, as things go, helpful vulture was helpful.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got such a nice headshot there on a lumberjack.
Did it pop its head?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
I can't wait till I've got the
That's
skills
bullshit.
to do that loads more.
Yeah. That vulture will eventually try its luck, which is deeply frustrating, but there's not much I can do about it. I'm just gonna have to let it have a go when it wants to, and deal with it when that happens. Okay, it seems far enough away now that it hasn't followed me. Right, so back to building. I'm actually going to want some ladders if I can. Can I make ladders? Yeah, I can. Good.
Well, that was like the most suckful thing ever. I went to, I looted a cardboard box and there was nothing in it. And that was like, I had to kill 4 zombies to get that cardboard box.
I mean, it's a cardboard box. What were we really expecting?
I don't know, some ammo.
Okay, fair enough. It seems that you did have an expectation. I apologize.
I don't know. Finding my arrows everywhere. Really? Is it only doorway into here like steel?
Gotcha.
Seemingly, yes.
Seems Sheilab's having all of the fun right now.
I am having a great
being
time.
Plagued by a bloody vulture. Where are you? Just wait for it to swing back around. Of course, now it decides that it wants to go somewhere else. When was I look away?
Hey, two players can break out of there. Oh man, I'm freezing apparently. How many lumberjacks? How many? 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Too hard to get
Choo choo. Come on and join the conga.
You really do sound like you're having a lot of fun. I may have to come and join you. Because this vulture is no fun at all.
No, vultures are no fun. Lumberjack's far more fun. It's good. I'm luring them outside so that when I'm in the buildings, it's not so crazy.
Are you actually gathering any materials that will be helpful for the whole place, though?
I was really... No, not yet. I was hoping that I would get some kind of coat or something, maybe from one of these buildings, or some kind of clothing, but so far, nada.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That was the idea.
Fairly high priority to do.
Yeah, that was the idea, was maybe clothing. I just ran out of arrows.
Damn it. Oh, there we are. Thankfully, one upside to the vultures, you're never going to run out of... You're never going to run out of feathers with them around.
Oh dear.
What's wrong?
Oh dear. So now we have some reinforcements. I think anyway. Or was that just the original horde I had? Yeah.
Do you need some help?
No, it's fine. I've only got 3 of them.
Okay. Now, what we can do is leave 2 of the frames as frames, so they can easily be picked up, and then just reinforce it when night comes, allowing us to isolate the internals of this building. It's not much, but it'll be enough to stop any zombies having a poke just because they can see you, which is quite often a real pain in the bum. This is, of course, in no way a good structure in terms of its look. It's basically a wooden box, but, you know, my needs must.
Exactly.
The other thing of importance with this is that providing I have enough cobblestone, then this is a project that we can make ourselves busy with during the night, is replacing the internal wooden cladding with additional cobblestone, which will add additional layers of defense to the structure overall. Because we will want the internals of this structure, the walls of the lower part of the structure to be at least 2 or 3 thick to try and discourage zombies from just trying to walk straight through.
Yeah.
Ideally, we want the zombies to not see an easy way to get to us, and to instead have to approach from an approach that we design.
Yeah.
So we'll control the battlefield effectively.
It's what you always want.
Yeah, if we can force them to fight on our terms, then that's half the battle.
There's another one down. Many lumberjacks I am having to fight here, but I'm hoping that... Oh, really? There's like another 2 in there.
You're right, Sheila. Are you sure that doing it by yourself is efficient time-wise? Because if all you're fighting are lumberjacks, then that can take a long time.
Yeah, it's taking so long. But I'm going to leave this building for now. I'm going to go to some of the more open buildings and see if I can scavenge more stuff there.
Okay.
Because
how many buildings have you actually managed to get into so far?
2 little garages and 1 big building.
Okay.
1 bigger building.
Well, the big buildings can quite often have an enormous amount of loot.
Yeah.
It didn't used to be the case, but it definitely is now. That the buildings can be absolutely enormous. So there's a lot you can do with them. So it does make sense that you're spending that time there.
Just so many lumberjacks. But yeah, that big lumberjack building, I can see that there's like the nice sort of shamway crates and things in there. So I was thinking it might be worth getting, but like this, though, I've had to fight about 6 or 7 lumberjacks in there, and I can see another 2.
I want to start shoveling this area up at this point. Yeah, I need to get soil at this stage. Got not much stone, honestly. We're going to need a lot more for the cobblestone. But come night time, this area isn't going to be as dangerous to be out in.
Yeah.
The city, so we should be able to do a bit of harvesting without much in the way of danger. Certainly, if one of us is watching the other one.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. My Aavak as well. Fantastic. Another lumberjack over that way, though.
Can I make any frames right now? Yes, I can. Nice.
As a general rule, it is always worth carrying frames with you. Just a couple of spare frames or ladders. Frames are a little bit more useful. Ladders can be placed down a bit faster if all you're using them for is to ascend.
Yeah.
Or descend, but frames are enormously important, in my opinion. I am hungry now, so I'm going to have to get back to the house and get some food. Have you found any food, by any chance?
Only the stuff that was in the other crate. So...
Okay. Don't worry, sometimes scavenging runs don't go smoothly.
Yeah.
I want you over here as well, please. Alright, way short of your head, but there we go. Now, this way, the lumberjack is going to come to me. I am massively lazy. Oh, damn.
Some duct tape, that's useful, I guess.
Yep, duct tape's always useful. We can make it, but it's so much easier if you just find it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you need cloth fragments and glue. Which isn't terrible if you're doing okay hunting, because you can make glue out of bones. And honestly, the vultures are pretty good for this. You know, as much as we lament them, they are very
Yeah, they're
useful
keeping
if
us
you've
in
got them.
feathers, I guess, aren't they?
Yeah. Okay, I'm up against a tree. That's super bad.
There was so nothing in there.
There we go. I'm going to be back in the house in a moment.
Stay out a little longer, see what I can find, but my goodness me. Not good
It's getting
stuff.
on now. We're coming up to 8, so you've got like
A couple hours. I haven't gone
2 hours
far,
and a little bit.
so I want to be coming back at about 9.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did I make any more meal? I did. Nom nom. That basically doesn't do anything though. Wow. Yikes. That really doesn't help. Max stamina is effectively... cold meal would be useful in like making a meal, I think. But max stamina is what you want to look for to read how much food you're going to get out of it, how much hunger you're going to remove. Chicken soup. Sure. I'll gobble these down. A little bit of max stamina there, but... okay, here we go. Large beef ration. I think so, yes. There we are. Perfect. That'll help a little bit more. But we are definitely starting to suffer a bit for our lack of food.
Yeah.
On the plus side, we've got a lot of casino tokens. We can just go to the trader and buy
them. Yeah.
It feels horrible to waste money on buying food, but when you think about it, it's like, well, you know, what are your other options? I need to get back out and get some more clay dug up, because right now I can't make any cobble, which is what I was really hoping for the night, but we haven't done very well today. With scavenging, and I've only really built a wooden box.
I was really, really hoping that I could go out and just find maybe some kind of clothing. If I could clear out a building and have a good look through it, but it's been so difficult to get through the buildings.
Yeah, it'll be like that sometimes.
But yeah, maybe I'll need to start using my gun or something.
That can very quickly escalate, but yeah, if you feel confident with doing it, there's no reason.
Or maybe for the last couple of lumberjacks that are in that building, maybe a gun would be useful.
Sure.
We'll just get them with the pistol, so it'd be a bit quicker. It'll do a lot more damage, won't it?
It depends. Have a look at it, because it's not always that cut and dry.
Yeah.
Maybe
Range damage 32.
May have actually been better for me to go for the Badlands, because I'm just digging through layers and layers of snow right now. Oh no, there we go. Haha! Found some dirt. Whew. Starting to panic.
Well, certainly made enough noise to make them all come outside.
If I can get a forge up and running, then I'll have a decent amount of spikes by the Night of the Blood. It's not exactly going to be ideal, but it is something of a defense. Certainly more of a defense than we've got right now.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to need to raise up this pit so that if zombies happen on me, because I can't see out right now, then I'm not going to be jumped too aggressively. Might end up building an area, a pit into the base that we can seal off later, because the zombies kind of have a sort of a sixth sense for weakness in defenses.
Yeah.
So if you undermine your base to have like some exploratory tunnels, don't think the zombies will be above just digging down into them. And then using them as a swift means of getting inside your base, because they absolutely will. And that does suck rather enormously when that happens. I'm gonna drink my tea. Now, although the tea isn't going to increase my max stamina, it will increase my stamina regen a bit. So it'll allow me to get a little bit more of the clay soil dug up. There we go. We desperately need this for the cobble. How's it going though, Sheila? But it is about night time.
I know.
I'll leave a torch on the base structure so that we can easily find our way to it in the night. We may want to relocate so we can do some mining through the night. I don't know. It's up to you, though. Once you've got your inventory there, perhaps we should spend a bit of tonight just sorting out the inventory that we have.
Just like looting this place as fast as I can.
Yep. You got a little bit of time left. About 20 seconds-ish.
Okay, I think I'm done there.
Yep. Perhaps I should put my my color mode on my shovel, actually. Help out a little bit. Right, I'm gonna make my way over to the base, drop down a torch, so again we can easily spot her in the dark. And make our way over if we want to. I still need to seal off the roof, but it should be good enough. There we go.
I'm nearly back.
Okay, yeah, I'm heading in as well.
I got a couple of nice things, too. I got a steel shovel.
Excellent. Oh, wow. That is huge. That is going to help you so much. Oh, my lord.
I got 2 repair kits.
Oh, that's excellent as well, because we can use those to repair our tools if we really want to. Probably a waste on the tools that we've got, because they're only level 1
pink
tools.
dye. I got a barrel extender schematic and a blood bag.
Okay, excellent work. Really excellent work. Right, I'm going to make some cobblestone rocks. It's 1 for 1, but then you use the cobblestone rocks to make flagstone, I believe. At 4 per, so it's not quite as good a return as you might imagine, but you know, it's not bad either. In fact, it's quite good. Let's start.
Oh, I did get 2 eggs, so...
Excellent. Pop them in the food chest. It's right next to the cooking fire.
Oh, okay.
And probably wise to crouch as well at this
Same
point.
with seeds and stuff like that, or...?
No, leave the seeds in the
Just the
chest,
eggs then, okay.
I think. Just double check while I do. Yeah, we're not putting the seeds in that chest. Actually, thinking about it, I can drop off this soon as well.
Put a pink dye on my pistol, actually. A bit more stats.
Yeah. Also, I apologize for the opening can noise that you're about to hear.
I thought you meant in game. I was like,
No.
Is it that terrible?
Right, that steel shovel is going to be grand. Can I grab that to use for
yeah,
gathering?
No problem at all.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. I don't suppose you came across any leather.
I didn't have time to really check. I don't think I saw any leather furniture or anything in there, but I can go back in and just double check later.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. The main thing is to have that available.
Yeah.
I need 1 more to be able to set up a forge, and we do want to get that going sooner rather than later.
Okay, well, I'll scavenge until I find leather.
Mm-hmm.
And then
fine.
I'll come back and I'll just chop trees and chop stone and stuff like that, ready for the horde base as well. So, because I'm aware that I haven't really been helping with that too much, because scavenging has taken too long.
That's not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Before we actually started recording today, Sheila mentioned that I want to do more building because I never get to do any building. So I find that a little bit amusing.
Out scavenging.
This is why
we need a coat though, so bad.
It's okay though, because I know you enjoy the scavenging element of the game, and it is really, really fun. So completely understandable. Ah, that is where the good stuff is. Blueberry pie.
Nighttime is for repairing your tools.
Meat stew if you got corn and potato, and some fat. Steak and potato meal.
How much
fat, mushrooms, potato meal.
Pistol ammo do you have at the moment?
34.
I've got 71. Do you want to like even it up a bit?
Yeah, I'd love it actually. I'm not really using my pistol for much, but it would be useful to have
another 18
some
rounds.
extra. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not using a ton, but I'm just using it for like. I was able to take those lumberjacks out a little bit more quickly and just get them out into the open with the pistol, and it just seemed to help a little bit. So it was pretty good.
All right. Well, I'm currently converting all of the cobblestone that I had into flagstone. Now, the flagstone can then be further upgraded into cobblestone. It's a bit of a weird upgrade path, but the cobblestone is very, very much the more um, structurally sound material to build out of. It's got a lot more durability than flagstone, and there's really no reason that by the first blood moon you don't have a base that is manufactured out of primarily cobblestone.
Yeah.
It just takes a bit of focused and unfortunately a bit grindy stuff to get that together in the end.
Sorry, what food am I allowed to take at the moment?
Anything you want, literally anything. If you see it and you want it, you can have it.
Okay. Is there any like cooked food though, like particularly?
Unless you've got it on, you know.
No. Okay.
We've run out of the means to make cooked food for a while.
I'll take the can of chili if that's alright then.
Yeah, by all means, you found it.
I think it might have been my original one.
I've managed to keep my hunger up, but it's still at 51, which is definitely being felt right now because while I'm digging, I need a lot of stamina, and
Yeah.
stamina's quite
When
low
you're
as a result.
fighting, you need stamina as well.
I've got 1 point available. I'm actually going to drop that into slow metabolism. 10% slowdown of water and food. Wouldn't be a bad move. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That'll extend our food and water supplies just that little bit.
Yeah.
Not exactly the best use, but it's certainly not a bad one either. Right. Would you like to head over to the other base and we can start digging down a bit?
Yeah,
doing
sure.
some nighttime work.
Did you have like a spare shovel, or do I need to quickly make one?
You should have a stone shovel that I made you, don't you?
It might be in a chest somewhere. Let me have a look.
I've got one here, and I can easily make more. That's not going to be a problem. I'll drop the one that I've got, regardless. There you go.
Thank you.
Right.
Oh,
Okay, it'll be easier if we go this way.
So that they can't
And
see you
also-
from town.
Yeah, also a lot better if you put your torch away as
I
well.
was going to say I'm going to get very cold, but
Okay.
never mind.
Probably get your weapon out. Once we get over to the structure, you can see it from here already.
Oh, looking good, looking good. So you've just made a little square box of frames.
Yeah. Just move quickly so that we don't spend as much time out. It doesn't look like there's anything nearby. And there probably won't be.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah, you come along, hop in. I'll make a door. Well, actually, I'd rather not make a door. Instead, let's use frames to just isolate it.
Yeah.
Do you have any wood on you?
Yeah. Want me to
Go
start the
ahead.
fire?
Yeah, start the fire, but also I am probably going to head out. I guess having a door for now is not the worst in the world. It's not like a door is...
You can always, like,
inseparable.
yeah, take it away.
Yeah.
So what
just
do we...
don't reinforce it.
Yeah, so what are we doing in terms of digging down? Do we want to sort of start opposite the door, or...?
I would say so, but with the wood that you've got, can you start upgrading
Reinforce up
the
here.
ceiling?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Because at the end of the day, one of these frames is a trivial amount of wood, so we can afford to be wasteful, and then just pull it down later.
Yeah.
It's very easy to end up in a position where you're like, oh, I don't want to waste wood, when you're literally stood in the middle of a forest.
Yeah.
Well, while that is a noble thing, not wanting to waste something,
You also don't want to get
necessary.
killed by a vulture either.
Oh, you double reinforced. That's fine though. I think, to be honest, I was hoping that that wouldn't necessarily be an automatic thing.
Yeah.
That if I was like you'd spent time upgrading something, and I was as well, but I finished just before you, that it would require you to start again on the upgrade rather than just be, oh yeah, okay. Well, let's just auto upgrade the next part. Right, in here with the fire, we should be warm.
Nice.
As for the way up or down, I would say that probably over here is going to be
Just start in the
stairs
middle
up.
and go down. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
Do we want to put frames sort of around it as we go down to sort of keep it
to reinforce
level?
the walls, maybe? Sure, can do. Yeah, so you could dig a little bit of a wider area. Though, by that same token, no, actually, yeah. Go down here. So, let me make. I don't have stone. Do you have any stone on you?
I think so.
I only need a small amount just to make another basic shovel. I don't want to
No, I
waste
don't
the
have
steel
any.
shovel. Okay, don't
Must
worry.
have put it
I'll go
away
and
or
grab some.
something.
It's fine. That's why I wanted to come out and build it a little bit further away, is so that we can go out at night
Yeah.
and gather stones, gather soil, that sort of thing. There you go. Right, coming back in now. Right, let me just quickly make another stone shovel.
Very good.
Wooden spike trap isn't a bad one to make, and it only costs 20 wood, but you go through that 20 wood
Yeah,
so fast.
because it's like you don't just put down a couple of spike traps, you put down like a million of them.
Yeah, you end up with quite a lot. Right, so we're popping these frames down around here. And then if we use... I think I very stupidly put my ladders back into the house. That was rather dumb of me. But we're thinking of having something like this, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm just going to let you start it off because obviously I don't want to double do things that you're doing.
Let's...
Do you want me to restart the fire?
That's okay, I'm already dropping a bunch of wood in there now.
Okay.
That should keep it going for the whole of the night. But I'm going to put the flagstone blocks at the wall because ultimately I want the wall to be supported by the strongest load-bearing block that we've got available, rather than something that we're going to have to replace later on, because then that involves digging
these foundations out.
Load-bearing tile away, which can possibly lead to death.
Undermining and things, yes.
Yep. It's never a good time. Actually, having this thing here, can we make wooden walkways? No, we actually need...
need the saw, do we?
The circular saw to do those. Okay, well that's going to be annoying, but... I guess what we can do instead is use just wooden frames rather than filling them in. Yeah. That way light can still travel down. I've got another torch in here. I can pop that up on the wall there.
Wood to make some ladders.
I'll cast a bit of...
I do a little bit.
I can make it if you want. I've got 186 on me.
Oh, okay. That's a lot more than I have, yeah.
Okay, let's make that. I'm going to drop the ladders and a bunch of frames.
Shall I dig the whole floor down and just get frames on the floor so that it's not like a total mess in here? Or...
sure if you want to, but we don't... Well,
it's very cosmetic, I suppose, but...
No, sure, you can do if you really want. But there's a bunch of wooden frames. In fact, I'll drop all of them then in that case.
Thanks.
And some ladders there for you.
Lovely.
You can go ahead. Just
make this place nice.
Yeah, I'll drop the flagstones as well. Then. Just put the wooden frames down. Don't reinforce them. Okay. Prepare yourself. Grab a arrow and ready to shoot straight through.
Yeah.
It won't take
my fault. I wasn't crouched. I should have been.
It's all right. There's another one out there. This may get a bit nasty. Come back.
Stop breaking our base.
Now you can shoot through frames. Some things that look like you should be able to shoot through, you can't. Once it breaks the frame, though, the frame is gonna... Sorry, once it breaks the block into a frame, the frame does not last long. You haven't got long. Will you please stop that?
Moving to the side, dude. Seriously.
Can you please stop? That's better. There we go. That was quite annoying. But
a little scallywag.
I know, right? It's very easy to repair, though.
Easily made, easily broken.
Yep. No, exactly. With that, then, there are some zombies out there. Do you want to go ahead and continue working in here?
Yeah, I'll start digging down, I think. And put some ladders down and stuff, because that's more important.
It looks like it was a small roaming horde.
All right.
But it just happened past us. They're continuing on their way, it looks like. I'm fine with being out here and doing a little bit more digging in the dark. In fact, it's not even dark. That's probably part of the problem.
Yeah,
I'm hungry,
too visible.
What I wouldn't give for the opportunity to do a bit of a hunt. But there's so few things that you can hunt in a snow biome. We have chosen a bit of a rough start, honestly.
We have.
With the lack of scavenging fortune, that's hit us a bit hard.
Yeah.
Because we're going to rely much more on finding food and finding all sorts, really. But it's almost daytime at this point, so it's only another 20 minutes, I think, until then. Grab a few more blocks. In fact, I'm going to stop crouching. It is late enough now that we should be able to get a bit of mining going on. Using this hammer up here is not exactly smartest move in terms of not causing much noise, but oh well. I think I would get more from breaking down a boulder, but this is a safer place to mine at night because I'm elevated, and any zombies that came up to me would have to navigate up on top of the rock before they could really hit me, which gives me a few moments to prepare and attack back. Possibly knocking him back down again if I can get a good headshot. There we go. I will go through a lot of durability on my stone axe here, though. But if in the morning, Sheilab, you want to help with building, then all we need to do really is gather clay, soil, and rocks.
Okay.
So that we can build up the cobblestone cladding, the outer walls, and then replace the inner walls with cobblestone.
Yeah, would you prefer that to me trying to find clothes? I mean, that's obviously no guarantee, but I don't mind doing either.
It depends. Even if you find clothes, that's not necessarily going to help us with the horde base anymore.
Yeah, that's
I think
what
we really only had enough.
We had
time
one
for
day.
1 day.
Yeah, okay, that's perfectly fine. So it's mostly
ammo would have been quite nice, and that is one of the only ways we're going to get that is scavenging. But...
Yeah, I did find a bit more of the 9mm bullets, but that was about it.